Welcome to the 2021 Distinguished Clinical Intern and Cooperating Teachers Virtual Awards Ceremony. This is the first year that we are hosting this ceremony virtually, and I would like to thank Media Cutlet for making it happen. I am Dr. John E. Henning, the outgoing president of the New Jersey Association of Colleges for Teacher Education and the Dean of the School of Education at Monmouth University, and I am honored to host this virtual event. I would like to welcome everyone to the 2021 Distinguished Clinical Intern and Cooperating Teacher Virtual Awards Ceremony. This awards program is a collaborative effort between the New Jersey Association of Colleges for Teacher Education and the New Jersey Department of Education. Today's ceremony represents the 36th year that we have recognized the most outstanding of New Jersey's teacher candidates. In addition, we will be honoring their exceptional cooperating teachers for their hard work and dedication in guiding our state's aspiring teachers. My ask of everyone watching is to encourage you to post about it on social media so that we may celebrate these phenomenal, aspiring, and inspiring educators in a very public way to ensure the positive promotion of the teaching profession. On behalf of the New Jersey Association of Colleges for Teacher Education, I want to congratulate all the distinguished clinical interns and cooperating teachers being honored this year. Before introducing our next speaker, I would like to thank a few people. First, thank you to the Distinguished Clinical Intern Working Group for making this virtual awards ceremony happen. This committee is comprised of members from the New Jersey Association of Colleges for Teacher Education, the New Jersey Field Directors Forum, as well as staff from the New Jersey Department of Education. Their tireless efforts in ensuring every detail fell into place for this wonderful event is truly appreciated. I would also like to thank all friends, family, and guests of the award nominees for all the support you have given to them. I would like to thank all the deans, directors, field placement directors, clinical supervisors, and any other college or university officials for their hard work in making this program a success. Each year, the deans and directors of New Jersey's educator preparation programs have been invited to submit the dossiers of their most outstanding prospective teachers to be considered in the competition for this prestigious award. And finally, I would like to extend my appreciation to the panel members for committing a substantial amount of their time, energy, and expertise toward the scoring and selection of the recipients that will be awarded with distinction. They are Vincent DeLucia, Director of Training and Educator in Residence at the New Jersey School Boards Association, Kenneth King, past President and Consultant for the New Jersey Association of School Administrators, Diane C. Pastilli, Principal of Nicholas Copernicus Public School Number 25 in the Jersey City School District, Angel Santiago, the 2021 New Jersey State Teacher of the Year and a 5th grade language arts teacher at Loring Fleming Elementary School in the Gloucester Township School District. Daniel Willover, the 2019 New Jersey Milken National Award recipient and a social studies teacher at Ramsey High School in the Ramsey School District. And finally, Rich Wilson, Associate Director of Professional Development and Instructional Issues at the New Jersey Education Association. Finally, I would like to introduce our next speaker for this virtual event. She is a passionate educational leader who is committed to the highest levels of academic excellence for the 1.4 million students in New Jersey's public schools. Her work in the field of education includes the development of the Monmouth County Curriculum Consortium, a network of more than 60 New Jersey school districts that collaborate in the development and execution of high-quality curricular initiatives. Her teaching career spans all grade bands, from kindergarten through high school. Her administrative career began in the Belmar School District, where she served as the principal and director of the curriculum. She then joined the Wall Township School District, serving as a K-12 director of curriculum and focusing her efforts on the development of teacher leadership, mentorship, and the continued expansion of student-centered collaborative opportunities to research, identify, and address global issues. She holds a bachelor's degree in marketing and communications from the State University of New York at the Fashion Institute of Technology. She completed her master's degree in school administration and leadership at Georgian Court University, where she is currently an adjunct professor. She earned her doctorate in education from St. Peter's University. She continues to give back to education, now serving as the Assistant Commissioner for the Division of Academics and Performance at the New Jersey Department of Education. She is committed to a leadership vision that empowers educators to be innovative stewards of high quality, culturally responsive, and personalized instruction that motivates students to be self-directed, collaborative, and emotionally resilient thinkers and leaders who are well prepared to contribute to society in meaningful ways. I would like to give a warm welcome and turn things over to Dr. Lisa Gleason.
Thank you, Dr. Henning, and members of the New Jersey Association of Colleges for Teacher Education for the opportunity to join you at today's auspicious occasion. To the deans, field placement officers, family, and friends of our award recipients, thank you for joining the celebration of a cadre of distinguished clinical interns and cooperating teachers who we are honoring today. To all our clinical interns, as you work toward your long-term goals, each of you has a daily responsibility that involves ensuring you are operating at your peak performance. An ongoing investment in your daily preparation by learning how to best care for yourself during these times of stress will better able you to provide the instruction and support your students will need. One of my greatest desires is that each of you experience the joy of a career teaching elementary students. Over time, you will have an opportunity to serve as role models, leaders, encouragers to students and adults alike, as well as witness students making discoveries they could not imagine. Additionally, helping students develop soft skills that include empathy, compassion, and respect for one another are all within your reach. Let us not forget the penultimate, a cultivation of a love of learning in each student. The distinguished clinical interns who will teach middle and high school students have a responsibility to expose their students to the real world, teaching them about the college and career opportunities that will come after they've graduated from secondary school. Just like your distinguished cooperating teachers being honored here, to each and every distinguished clinical intern being recognized, you will soon be in a position to mentor others and to pay it forward. It is up to you to inspire your students to become teachers themselves, or scientists, chefs, electricians, writers, or anything else they dare to dream. The fact is, teachers are superheroes who help us shape us into the adults we are. Clinical interns, remember those who rooted for you, including your college professors and administrators and your cooperating teachers who gave real-time feedback on your lesson plans and interactions with students. Incorporate the best advice you learned from them into your own classrooms. I am confident that you will continue to show the kind of reflection, growth, and leadership in practicing the profession that you have shown in the preparation for it. And to our dedicated and distinguished cooperating teachers being honored, thank you for continuing to help shape the teaching profession. A highly trained teacher workforce benefits our state's 1.4 million students. We need high-quality teachers in every classroom because our children's future success depends upon it. This collaboration between clinical interns and cooperating teachers symbolizes how much we can accomplish for New Jersey's students by working together. So thank you for your hard work and dedication, and congratulations once again to the 2021 Distinguished Clinical Intern and Cooperating Teacher Award recipients. It gives me great pleasure to now introduce our keynote speaker. Angel Santiago is the 2020-21 New Jersey State Teacher of the Year, as well as the Camden County Teacher of the Year. He also serves as an amazing ambassador for our profession. Angel always knew he would become a teacher, following in the footsteps of his mentor, Mark Melamed, one of his middle school teachers in Veterans Memorial Intermediate School in the Vineland School District. But first, Angel tried to become a rock star. After graduating from Vineland High School in 2002, Angel traveled around the country performing with friends in their alternative rock band, Days Like These. They signed with a record label and produced 2 albums. 6 years later, the gig was up and Angel was ready to pursue another passion, teaching. He returned to South Jersey, enrolled in college at 23, and in 2012, he landed his first job as a third grade teacher in the Lindenwold school system. Angel now teaches fifth grade English language arts at Loring Fleming Elementary School in the Gloucester Township School District. From participating and facilitating in school events such as Hispanic Heritage Night and Donuts with Dudes, Angel tries to make it a point to be inclusive with his families. He has participated in committees, piloted new curriculums, and administered professional development, knowing the importance of investing in his school and the growth of the staff and the school community. Although winning Loring Fleming and Camden County's Teacher of the Year are the first large accolades of his career, Angel does boast a wall full of red apple letters from former students that he holds dear. Perhaps the project he is most proud of is his after-school club, Young People of Character, or YPOC, which is a group of students from different social situations that perform different community service projects. YPOC is a club dedicated to raising leaders who are strong, empathetic, and who reflect the community in which they will one day lead. Angel is also a professional DJ who plays acoustic instruments at weddings and incorporates his love of music into teaching. During writing exercises, he may play a Mozart piece for brain power or play his acoustic guitar to help facilitate learning. Angel graduated from Fairleigh Dickinson University, and he is a member of the Phi Theta Kappa and Kappa Delta Pi Honor Societies. He holds a master's degree in education and a bachelor's degree in humanities. As State Teacher of the Year, Angel advocates for equity for students of color and a more diverse teaching force. He is currently on a 6-month sabbatical at the New Jersey Department of Education to help fulfill his mission. We are so lucky to have him as our state's educational ambassador and our keynote speaker. Therefore, without further ado, I would like to turn things over to Angel Santiago.
Thank you for that introduction. I'm honored to be here to deliver the keynote presentation for our clinical interns and their cooperating teachers. You are shining representations of where the future of our great profession is headed. And to our cooperating interns, who continue to lend their wisdom, expertise, and guidance as generation upon generation of new professionals spend their first and most formidable years of their career, we thank you. It was not too long ago when I remembered my first couple years as a professional. The beginning of my journey was somewhat unrefined. Through the guidance of my cooperating teacher, like many of those who are present here today, I was able to grow. With patience, my cooperating teacher was able to help me polish my skills, refine my pedagogy, and reflect upon my practice. The conversations and lessons that I learned from my mentor were invaluable to my career. Those conversations and lessons continue to guide me to this day. Our cooperating teachers become the very first members of our professional learning communities, esteemed colleagues, and trusted friends. This relationship is vital in making sure that our future professionals feel supported and are successful within the demands of teaching the world's most precious resource, our children. We offer our continual gratitude for your expertise and lessons. And to our clinical interns, congratulations on this honor. You've been recognized as the top students in your educator preparation programs. Some of you have entered the classroom within the last year, while others, during the coming fall, will embark upon an amazing journey that will truly make a difference in the lives of hundreds of students, their families, and your own. I take great pleasure in working with newer professionals. The unweathered optimism is infectious. That optimism has been crucial to our profession as of late. This last year has been a true testament to your commitment to this calling. While the world shut down, teachers all across the country came together in what could be considered quite possibly the largest expansion of professional development in the history of teaching. Teachers learn from other teachers, be it by Google Hangouts or Zoom or videos. We took care of our own to make sure that we could take care of our students. In the midst of civil unrest, teachers were powerful allies to those who have been disenfranchised, for those looking to amplify their voices. And here we are on our journey forward, not back to a normal that did not include all of our students. Here we are with a chance to revitalize the education system, to ensure that our curriculums and our practice are right, just, and include all of our students and their families. That work will not be easy. It will take persistence, adaptation, resilience. The groundwork is being laid down, but the longevity of these movements will depend on the future of this great profession. It will depend on all of you, the distinguished, the visionaries, the optimists. So consider this the first of many milestones, the first of many opportunities that will allow you to grow professionally, to participate in shaping this ever-changing profession. Let every decision that you make be guided by the well-being of your students, because in the end, your students are what really matter. So take my words as a congratulation for joining one of the most gratifying professions, but also as an invitation, as thinking partners, change makers, future mentors, and advocates that will continue to shape this profession for the better. I'm happy to announce that we are now at the portion of the ceremony that I'm sure all of you have been waiting for, the awards presentation. We will now be honoring 64 of New Jersey's top clinical interns and 70 of their cooperating teachers during this portion. In addition, you will hear from a few of my fellow County Teachers of the Year. Each college or university's educator preparation program nominates only 3 of our top teacher candidates for this award. Nominees must stand out in the crowd as having demonstrated extraordinary talent during their clinical component of their preparation program. Each distinguished clinical intern being honored here should have received an award certificate, as your nomination is indeed an honor. The esteemed panel of educators mentioned earlier have also selected the top 15 clinical interns and have received an additional award of distinction. We are also honored to acknowledge and thank the distinguished cooperating teachers for making the future of this profession possible. As I said earlier, we all know that having an excellent mentor is paramount to each aspiring teacher's road to success. Therefore, these outstanding cooperating teachers should have also received an award certificate. So without further ado, let's get started with announcing each of our distinguished recipients.
Each college or university's educator preparation program nominates only 3 of their top teacher candidates for this award. Nominees must stand out in the crowd as having demonstrated extraordinary talent during the clinical component of their preparation program. To all of the 64 distinguished clinical interns honored at this virtual event, your nomination is indeed an honor. Congratulations to all of you. In addition, the esteemed panel of educators who scored everyone's dossiers has also selected the top 15 clinical interns. These top 15 awardees are indicated with an emblem of distinction next to their name. Congratulations on achieving this high honor. We are also honored to acknowledge and thank the 70 distinguished cooperating teachers for making the future of our profession possible. We all know that having an excellent mentor is paramount to each aspiring teacher's road to success. Each distinguished cooperating teacher will be honored alongside their distinguished clinical intern. Therefore, without further ado, it is my pleasure to introduce the 2021 Distinguished Clinical Intern and Cooperating Teacher recipients.
From Caldwell University, we first honor Evan Anderson, who's pursuing an instructional certification in elementary education. Alongside Evan, we honor his cooperating teacher, Christine Caramana, who is a second grade teacher from Haledon Public School in the Haledon School District. Next, from Caldwell University, we honor Reed Maglione, who's pursuing her instructional certification in elementary education. Recognized alongside Reed is her cooperating teacher, Lindsay Frevert, a second grade teacher from Vanderveer Elementary School in the Somerville Public School District. And lastly, from Caldwell University, we honor Nicole Rothenberger, who's pursuing her instructional certification in English. Recognized alongside Nicole is her cooperating teacher, Cara Russo, an English teacher from Morris Hills High School in the Morris Hills Regional School District.
From Centenary University, we honor Laura Allen, who's pursuing an instructional certification in elementary education, middle school mathematics, and a teacher of students with disability. Recognized with Laura is her cooperating teacher, Andrea Awesomes, Andrea is a third grade teacher in Alamuchi Township School in the Alamuchi Township School District. Next, from Centenary University, we honor Ashley Ayers. Ashley is pursuing an instructional certification in elementary education as well as a certification as a teacher of students with disabilities. Recognized alongside Ashley are her cooperating teachers, Rose Shine, a second grade teacher, and Elizabeth Norris, a fourth grade special education teacher from Riverview Elementary School in the Denville School District. And lastly, from Centenary University, we honor Ana Sodi Maldonado. Ana is pursuing an instructional certification in mathematics, as well as a certification as a teacher of students with disabilities. Recognized alongside Anna are her cooperating teachers, Dana Harrington, a mathematics teacher, and Brent Maxco, a special education teacher from West Morris Central High School in the West Morris Regional High School District. From Drew University, we honor Hannah Allert. Hannah is pursuing a certification in elementary education as well as a certification and a teacher of students with disabilities. Recognized alongside Hannah are her cooperating teachers, Stacy Thompson, a third grade teacher from Bragg Elementary School, and Jennifer Crystal, a special education teacher from Dickerson Elementary School in the Chester School District. Next, from Drew University, we will honor Violet Wallerstein, who is pursuing an elementary education instructional certificate
and her certification in biological science.
Violet is also being recognized for being one of the top 15 clinical interns being awarded with distinction. Recognized alongside Violet is her cooperating teacher, Kelly DeRosa, a science teacher at Madison Junior School in the Madison School District. And lastly, from Drew University, we will honor Haley Watson. Haley is pursuing an English instructional certification as well as certification as a teacher of students with disabilities. Haley is also being recognized for being one of the top 15 clinical interns being awarded with distinction. Being recognized alongside Haley is her cooperating teacher, Nathaniel Ward, a secondary English teacher from West Morris Menham High School in the West Morris Regional High School District. From Fairleigh Dickinson University, we honor Stephanie Biazzi, who's pursuing an elementary education instructional certification, as well as a certification as a teacher of students with disabilities. Recognized alongside Stephanie is her cooperating teacher, Shannon McKenna, a third grade teacher from North Boulevard Elementary School
in the Puckwinnett Township School District.
Next, from Fairleigh Dickinson University, we honor Tara Morash, who's pursuing an instructional certification in mathematics and a teacher of students with disabilities, as well as a middle school science certification. Recognized alongside Tara is her cooperating teacher, Jody Denblicker, a middle school mathematics teacher from Old Turnpike Middle School in the Tewksbury Township School District. From Felician University, we honor Rosa Garcia, who's pursuing an instructional certification in elementary education, middle school social studies, and a teacher of students with disabilities. Being recognized alongside Rosa is her cooperating teacher, Neha Manchanda, a fourth grade teacher from Passaic Arts and Science Charter Middle School. From Felician University, we also honor Stephen Luca, who's pursuing an instructional certification in elementary education and a teacher of students with disabilities. Being recognized alongside Stephen is his cooperating teacher, Katie O'Reilly, a kindergarten and early childhood teacher from Cherry Hill Elementary School in the River Edge School District.
From Felician University, we honor Angelina Lusto, who's pursuing her instructional certification in art and a teacher of students with disabilities. Recognized alongside Angelina is her cooperating teacher, Joanna Sitko, who's an art teacher from Bergen's Arts and Sciences Charter High School.
From Georgian Court University, we honor Adam Mastapeter, who's pursuing an instructional certification in elementary education and a teacher of students with disabilities. Being recognized alongside Adam is his cooperating teacher, Michael DeRiggi, a fifth grade teacher from North Dover Elementary School in the Toms River School District. Next, from Georgian Court University, we honor Aaron O'Boyle, who's pursuing an instructional certification in preschool through grade 3 and a teacher of students with disabilities. Being recognized alongside Aaron is cooperating teacher Lindsay Labanowski, an early childhood teacher from Warren H. Wolf Elementary School in the Brick Township School District.
And lastly, from Georgian Court University, we honor Derek Osadak, who's pursuing his instructional certification in English and a teacher of students with disabilities. Recognized alongside Derek is his cooperating teacher, Rory Clayton, a 10th grade English teacher from Meriden High School in the Hazlitt School District.
From Keene University, we honor Analia Arita, who's pursuing an instructional certification in social studies. Recognized alongside Analia is her cooperating teacher, Suzanne Whitley, a history teacher from Union High School in the Union Township School District. Next, from Keene University, we honor Giovanni Garcia, who's pursuing an instructional certification in mathematics. Giovanni is also being recognized as one of the top 15 clinical interns being awarded with distinction. Being recognized alongside Giovanni is cooperating teacher Tony Robertelli, a mathematics teacher in Rahway High School in the Rahway School District. And lastly, from Keene University, we honor Patricia Marshall, who's pursuing an instructional certification in music. Patricia is also being recognized as being one of the top 15 clinical interns being awarded with distinction. Being recognized alongside Patricia is her cooperating teacher, Kathleen Powers, a music teacher from Long Branch High School in the Long Branch School District. I would now like to take a quick pause from announcing the recipients to segue to our first inspirational message for our recipients. It is from someone I'm honored to know, Philip Polito, the 2021 Atlantic County Teacher of the Year. Philip is a 5th and 6th grade English language arts teacher and an arts integration specialist at Jordan Reed School in the Summers Point School District. Without further ado, let's hear from Philip.
Congratulations. When I first started teaching, someone told me that I was preparing my students for jobs that did not even exist yet. That quote has reigned through in everything I do. Not only am I teaching my students the basics of my subject matter, I'm instilling lifelong qualities of what it means to be a good leader, what it means to be a good 21st century citizen, what skills they can use to think, to create, to do, and to be the next Steve Jobs, to be the next Bill Gates, to invent that next thing that I can't live without. Congratulations, and remember, you have the power to change the future.
From Monmouth University, we have Christina Barlick, who's pursuing an instructional certification in elementary education. Christina is also being recognized as one of the top 15 clinical interns being awarded with distinction. Recognized alongside Christina is her cooperating teacher, Victoria Benedict, a 1st grade teacher from Franklin Elementary School in the Westfield School District. Next, from Monmouth University, we honor Catherine Harvey, who's pursuing an instructional certification in social studies and a teacher of students with disabilities. Also, a certification in English as a second language. Recognized alongside Catherine are her cooperating teachers, Patricia Kelly, a social studies teacher, and Cheryl Kroll, a social studies and special education teacher from Middletown High School North in the Middletown Township School District. And lastly, from Monmouth University, we honor Jessica Romanek, who's pursuing an instructional certification in elementary education and a teacher of students with disabilities. Recognized alongside Jessica is her cooperating teacher, Fatima Kamano, a 4th grade teacher from Fairview Elementary School in the Middletown Township School District. From Montclair State University, we honor Caitlin Cavallo, who's pursuing an instructional certification in social studies. Recognized alongside Caitlin is her cooperating teacher, Joseph Turner, a social studies teacher from Buzz Aldrin Middle School in the Montclair School District. Next, from Montclair State University, we honor Alexis Eldridge, who's pursuing an instructional certification in social studies and a teacher of students with disabilities. Alexis is also being recognized for being one of the top 15 clinical interns being awarded with distinction. Being recognized with Alexis is her cooperating teacher, Vincent Pelly, a social studies teacher from Glenfield Middle School in the Montclair School District. And lastly, from Montclair State University, we honor Hannah Park, who's pursuing an instructional certification in music. Recognized alongside Hannah is her cooperating teacher, John Hellier, a music teacher from West Orange High School in the West Orange School District. From New Jersey City University, we honor Norma Alvarez, who's pursuing an instructional certification in preschool through grade 3 and a teacher with students with disabilities. Being recognized alongside Norma is her cooperating teacher, Jennifer Alvarez, a special education teacher from Reverend Dr. Ursel F. Webb Elementary School, PS number 22, in the Jersey City School District. Next, from New Jersey City University, we honor Jessica Haureggi, who's pursuing an instructional certification in elementary education. Recognized alongside Jessica is her cooperating teacher, Jody Rubino, a 5th grade teacher from Reverend Dr. Ursel F. Webb Elementary School, PS number 22, in the Jersey City School District. And lastly, from New Jersey City University, we honor Victoria McCoy, who's pursuing an instructional certification in English. Recognized alongside Victoria is her cooperating teacher, Nancy Ravioli, an English teacher from Frank J. Cicero Academy, Elizabeth High School in the Elizabeth School District. From Princeton University, we honor Sarah Benacourt, who's pursuing an instructional certification in French and social studies. Recognized alongside Sarah are her cooperating teachers, Giselle North, a French teacher, and Marissa Soprano, a social studies teacher from Princeton High School in the Princeton School District. Also from Princeton University, we honor Pamela McGowan, who's pursuing an instructional certification in English. Pamela is also being recognized as one of the top 15 clinical interns being awarded with distinction. Recognized alongside Pamela is her cooperating teacher, Patrina Plunkett, an English teacher from Lawrence Middle School and the Lawrence Township School District. And lastly, from Princeton University, we honor Morlin Osgood, who's pursuing an instructional certification in mathematics. Morlin is also being recognized as one of the top 15 clinical interns being awarded with distinction. Recognized alongside Morlin
is cooperating teacher
Michelle Depew, a mathematics teacher from Albany High School in the City School District of Albany. From Ramapo College of New Jersey, we honor Sarah Eldib, who's pursuing an instructional certification in English. Recognized alongside Sarah are her cooperating teachers, Elizabeth Jesquel, a 5th grade teacher, and Adam Ramsden, also a 5th grade teacher from John Y. Dater School in the Ramsey School District. Next, from Ramapo College of New Jersey, we honor Megan Loveman, who's pursuing an instructional certification in elementary education. Recognized alongside Megan is her cooperating teacher, Kristen Pacelli, a 3rd grade teacher from Lenape Meadows Elementary School in the Mahwah School District. And lastly, from Ramapo College of New Jersey, we honor Kayleen Morales, who's pursuing an instructional certification in elementary education. Recognized alongside Kayleen is her cooperating teacher, Jamie Karuana, a 1st grade teacher from Oradell School in the Oradell School District. From Rider University, we honor Megan Beers, who's pursuing an instructional certification in theater. Recognized alongside Megan is her cooperating teacher, Allison Sussman, a theater teacher from Robbinsville High School and the Robbinsville Public School District. Also from Rider University, we honor Anna Marie Bernard, who's pursuing an instructional certification in social studies. Recognized alongside Anna Marie is her cooperating teacher, Martin Knott, a social studies teacher from Timberlane Middle School in the Hopewell Valley Regional School District. And lastly, from Rider University, we honor Diana Johnson, who's pursuing an instructional certification in elementary education, a preschool through grade 3, and a teacher of students with disabilities. Recognized alongside Diana is her cooperating teacher, Jody Zabo, a second grade teacher from Sharon Elementary School in the Robbinsville Public School District. From Rowan University, we honor Kevin DePold, who's pursuing an instructional certification in elementary education. Recognized alongside Kevin is his cooperating teacher, Karen Santarciero, a third grade teacher from Octavius V. Cotto Family School in the Camden City School District. Next, from Rowan University, we honor Kelly Lennon, who's pursuing an instructional certification in elementary education. Recognized alongside Kelly is her cooperating teacher, Nancy Gandy, a fourth grade teacher from R.M. Bacon Elementary School in the Millville School District. And lastly, from Rowan University, we honor Gina Smolinski, who's pursuing an instructional certification in English. Gina is also being recognized as being one of the top 15 clinical interns being awarded with distinction. Recognized alongside Gina is her cooperating teacher, Nakrena Steed, a literacy 8th grade teacher from Octavius V. Cotto Family School in the Camden School District.
I would now like to take another brief pause from announcing the recipients to segue to our second inspirational message. It is also from someone I am honored to know, Megan Radimer, the 2020-2021 Sussex County Teacher of the Year. Megan is a phys ed teacher from Stillwater Township School and the Stillwater School District. Without further ado, let's hear from Megan.
My name is Megan Radimer, and I am the 2021 Sussex County Teacher of the Year. I want to start off by congratulating the clinical interns. You have faced many challenges this year, as most people in the teaching profession have. You have risen to the occasion and made things work this year for the students of New Jersey. So thank you. I wish you the best of luck as you enter the teaching profession. Enjoy the ride and remember the reason why you entered teaching. Take on different opportunities that come your way, but don't be afraid to say no. Be involved as much as you can, but don't stress yourself out. Remember, you are there for the students. To our cooperating teachers, thank you. Thank you for all the time that you put into helping our clinical interns. Your expertise, advice, and guidance has helped to shape the lives of these clinical interns. Thank you for all the time that you've put into everybody, and best of luck.
From Rutgers Graduate School of Education, we honor Sabine Khan, who's pursuing an instructional certification in elementary education.
Recognized alongside Sabine is cooperating teacher
Gina Petruski, a third grade teacher from Smalley Elementary School in the Bound Brook School District. Next, from Rutgers Graduate School of Education, we honor Chloe O'Malley, who's pursuing an instructional certification in social studies. Chloe is also being recognized as one of the top 15 clinical interns being awarded with distinction. Also recognized with Chloe is her cooperating teacher, William Ojeda, a social studies teacher from North Brunswick Township High School in the North Brunswick School District. And lastly, from Rutgers Graduate School of Education, we honor Marimar Suarez, who's pursuing an instructional certification in English as a second language. Marimar is also being recognized as one of the top 15 clinical interns being awarded with distinction. Also being recognized with Marimar is her cooperating teacher, Kaya Schlesinger, an English as a second language teacher from Irving Primary School and the Highland Park School District. From Rutgers University in Camden, we honor Kayla Costigan, who's pursuing her instructional certification in preschool through 3rd grade, a teacher of students with disabilities, and elementary education. Being recognized alongside Kayla is her cooperating teacher, Linda Agnew, a kindergarten teacher from Woodland School and the Woodland School District. Next, from Rutgers University Camden, we recognize Angela Mason, who's pursuing her instructional certification in social studies and a teacher of students with disabilities. Angela is also being recognized as one of the top 15 clinical interns being awarded with distinction. Recognized alongside Angela is her cooperating teacher, Kyle Jakubowski, a social studies teacher from Woodland School and the Woodland School District. And lastly, from Rutgers University Camden, we honor Mackenzie Malzaitis, who's pursuing her instructional certification in art and a teacher of students with disabilities. Recognized alongside Mackenzie is her cooperating teacher, Michael Miracola, an art teacher from Voorhees Middle School in the Voorhees School District. From Rutgers University Newark, we honor Aisha Chowdhury, who's pursuing her instructional certification in English. Recognized alongside Aisha is her cooperating teacher, Cheryl Rogers, an English teacher from Discovery Charter School in the Newark School District. From St. Elizabeth University, we honor Lisa Genua, who's pursuing an instructional certification in elementary education. Recognized alongside Lisa is her cooperating teacher, Erica Barton, a 5th grade teacher from Thomas P. Hughes Elementary School in the Berkeley Heights School District. Next, from St. Elizabeth University, we honor Marissa Reynolds, who's pursuing an instructional certification in elementary education. Recognized along with Marissa is her cooperating teacher, Nicole Lynn, a 1st grade teacher from Mount Pleasant Elementary School in the Livingston School District.
From St. Peter's University, we honor Lauren Lara, who's pursuing her instructional certification in elementary education. Lara is also being recognized as one of the top 15 clinical interns being awarded with distinction. Being recognized alongside Lauren is her cooperating teacher, Tracy Osbach, a 1st grade teacher from Anna L. Klein School in the Guttenberg School District. Also from St. Peter's University, we honor Jennifer Martinez, who's pursuing her instructional certification in elementary education and middle school mathematics. Being recognized alongside Jennifer is her cooperating teacher, Claudia Mendoza, a math teacher from Weehawken High School in the Weehawken School District.
From Seton Hall University, we honor Lauren Erb, who's pursuing her instructional certification in English. Recognized alongside Lauren is her cooperating teacher, Jody Bosch, an English teacher from Mount Olive High School in the Mount Olive School District. Next, from Seton Hall University, we honor Alyssa Ruskowski, who's pursuing her instructional certification in elementary education and a teacher of students with disabilities. Recognized alongside Alyssa is her cooperating teacher, Suzette Evans, a kindergarten teacher from Clinton Elementary School in the South Orange Maplewood School District. And lastly, from Seton Hall University, we honor Jody Ann Robinson, who's pursuing her instructional certification in elementary education and a teacher of students with disabilities. Being recognized alongside Jody Ann is her cooperating teacher, Courtney DeVamacourt, a 1st grade teacher from Clinton Elementary School in the South Orange Maplewood School District.
From Stockton University, we honor Alex Henderson, who's pursuing his instructional certification in elementary education and middle school science. Being recognized alongside Alex is his cooperating teacher, Christopher Palmisano, a middle school science teacher from Toms River Intermediate East School in the Toms River Regional School District.
Next, from Stockton University, we honor Caitlin Muller, who's pursuing an instructional certification in elementary education, preschool through grade 3, and middle school social studies. Being honored alongside Caitlin is her cooperating teacher, Margaret Walker, an early childhood education teacher from Morris River Township Elementary School in the Morris River Township School District. And lastly, from Stockton University, we honor Marty Trotter, who's pursuing an instructional certification in elementary education. Being recognized alongside Marty is cooperating teacher Valerie Greco, a third grade teacher from Dr. J.P. Cleary Elementary School in the Buna Regional School District. From the College of New Jersey, we honor Emma Eisenbiel, who's pursuing her instructional certification in English. Emma is also being recognized as one of the top 15 clinical interns being awarded with distinction. Recognized alongside Emma is her cooperating teacher, Jessica Kupek, an English teacher from Trenton Central High School in the Trenton School District. Next, from the College of New Jersey, we honor Alyssa Joyce, who's pursuing her instructional certification in English. Alyssa is also being recognized as being one of the top 15 clinical interns being awarded with distinction. Being recognized alongside Alyssa is cooperating teacher Colleen DiDonato, an English teacher from Foundation Collegiate Academy. And lastly, from the College of New Jersey, we honor Brooke Martin, who's pursuing her instructional certification in technology education. Being recognized alongside Brooke is her cooperating teacher, Douglas Carnegie, a technology teacher from Kittatinny Regional High School in the Kittatinny Regional School District. From William Patterson University, we honor Caroline Ajami, who's pursuing her instructional certification in elementary education and a teacher of students with disabilities. Being recognized alongside Caroline is her cooperating teacher, Andrea Cassidy, a third grade teacher from Hillview Elementary School
in the Puckwanek Township School District.
Next, from William Patterson University of New Jersey, we honor Carrie Lynn Ireland, who's pursuing her instructional certification in preschool through grade 3 and a teacher of students with disabilities. Being recognized alongside Carrie Lynn is her cooperating teacher, Bridget Lander, an early childhood teacher from Robert Erskine Elementary School in the Ringwood School District. And lastly, from William Patterson University of New Jersey, we honor Brenda Robinson, who's pursuing her instructional certification in preschool through grade 3 and a teacher of students with disabilities. Being recognized alongside Brenda is her cooperating teacher, Kylene Cognetta, an early childhood educator from Abraham Lincoln Elementary School in the Wyckoff Township School District. Ladies and gentlemen, these are our recipients of the 2021 New Jersey Distinguished Clinical Intern Award and Cooperating Teacher Awards. I want to once again congratulate all of our recipients on this distinguished honor, and thank you to all the cooperating teachers for their hard work and dedication in helping to guide these clinical interns on a path to a wonderful career in education. And I look forward to hearing about all the great things our clinical interns are doing for the children in New Jersey. Just before we close out this virtual ceremony, I want to thank everyone for tuning in and to reiterate Dr. Henning's earlier remarks. I want to encourage everyone to post about this event on social media so that we may celebrate these phenomenal, aspiring, and inspiring educators in a very public way to ensure the positive promotion of the teaching profession. And now, to close out today's awards presentation, I would like to segue into the final inspirational video. It is from someone I'm honored to know, Michael Dunley, the 2020-2021 Burlington County Teacher of the Year. Michael is a third grade teacher at Tabernacle Elementary School in the Tabernacle Township School District. Let's hear some final inspiring thoughts from him.
Congratulations to the 2021 Distinguished Clinical Intern and Cooperating Teacher Award winners. My name is Michael Dunley, and I teach third grade in Tabernacle, New Jersey, and I am the 2020-2021 Burlington County Teacher of the Year. I want to not only congratulate you on this amazing and prestigious award and honor, but also for you to think about how it can be a key to your future. It took me a very long time to discover that the classroom has no limits, that the walls can actually hold you in. It was well into my career that I discovered the joy of being connected with the larger world and to have my students become activists and learners on a global stage. Connecting my students to the world and the world to my classroom has transformed the learning. My students have such great depth of their understanding of great and abstract issues, such as poverty and freedom and equity. And all of these were achieved by connecting my class to the outside world. So as you begin on your careers and you learn your ways, I encourage all of you to start much sooner than I did in finding ways to bring the outside world in and to bring your students out to the world. By gaining empathy and understanding and learning about others' perspectives, it is one of the greatest impacts that you can have, not just on your students, but on their families and on our society. So congratulations on your most amazing award. And I wish you all the longest and most successful of careers. With you, you carry optimism and hope for what is the most noble profession. So thank you for choosing to enter on this path. You will never regret it. And congratulations. Thank you.